Welcome to O People of the Book YouTube channel.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
Oh, people of the Book YouTube channel.
نبرات شعري سطرت لمداد حبري والقلم نبرات شعري سطرت لمداد حبري والقلم نبرات شعري سطرت لمداد حبري والقلم هيا قصائد سائلي قلب النوى ليس الشبم هيا قصائد سائلي قلب النوى ليس الشبم
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I hope you're having a good day and the ending of Ramadan, a few days to go. And I hope you've been able to benefit from it. Now, Ramadan comes once a year, and we have to make dua that, we live to see it, because many have gone. Many have gone, they were here just yesterday, the day before, the month before, the year before, or whatever, and they've gone, and they're So we must make dua, inshallah, that Allah makes us see more Ramadan, much more Ramadans that we can benefit from. That's one thing. And the other thing is we make dua to Allah to give us long life and good health so we can serve His deen. That's very important. Yeah, if Allah gives you long life, obviously, He's giving you, you're asking Allah for long life so that you can serve His deen. Those who Allah are giving long life and they're actually using it for evil, then Allah's giving them more rope to hang themselves. Yeah. So obviously, we have to make dua to Allah to give us long life and good health. That's one thing. And the other thing, like I said, make dua to Allah to make us see more Ramadans in which we can benefit, especially Laylatul Qadr and everything, where we benefit from 1,000 months of ibadah. Yeah, and to read our Quran and to get involved in the deen of Allah. Now, what we are doing right now is actually ibadah. Yeah, you get the angels that come down and actually lower their wings and this is actually whenever there's a gathering, a halakha going on, the angels come and join. The sakina comes to us. So we have to make dua to Allah as well, that we can sit down in these halakha, and get the benefits. Seeking knowledge as well is made fard upon us, and obviously the reason why it's made fard upon us, because it's also ibadah. So make sure you are part of those who are studying, those who are always seeking knowledge. There's never an end to seeking knowledge, and also Allah makes the path easy for those who seek knowledge. Allah makes their path easy, their path to Jannah easy. So make sure you are one of those. Also, there's a hadith that mentions that those of you who Allah loves, He gives you the proper understanding of deen. He gives you the proper understanding of deen. That means you got plenty of people who know the deen, and but he gives you the proper understanding of it. And make dua to Allah that you are among those who Allah gives the proper understanding. We love Allah, we want to love Allah, but we have to get the love of Allah. To get the love of Allah is very, very important. So we have to get the love of Allah so He can give us the proper understanding of Deen. So anyway, as usual, we are doing the Tafsir of Juz amma, and we've reached Surah buruj, near the end of Surah buruj now, and we're doing the book by Sheikh Abu Amina Bilal Phillips, and my teacher, alhamdulillah, may Allah give him the best of this world and akhirah, and give him Jannah, inshallah, and give him more knowledge, enlighten him with more knowledge so that he can write more books, and he can do much more for the deen. And remember, he's opened up from a long time now. He's got the Islamic online university. Sorry, international online university. It used to be the Islamic online university. It's the international online university where I'm finishing my bachelor's of Islamic studies now. So please, if you're seeking knowledge or whatever, join this university, and it's online and it's very cheap as well. He's just doing it just to kind of provide knowledge for everyone, and obviously he has to charge the basics, not because it's my teacher I'm saying that, but I know what work he's involved in. So if you're seeking knowledge, they have courses, they have the diploma courses, they have the bachelor's, they have masters and PhD courses as well, so you can enroll onto that. Make sure you're always involved in knowledge, because Allah will make your path easy, and also also always involved in the dhikr of Allah. Now we've got a couple of days to go. For me, we've got a couple of days to go for Eid, so I'd like to I hope that you're ready for your Eid as well, and we will move on. After Eid, I was supposed to travel. I'm not too sure whether I'll be traveling now, but even if I do last minute travel, I will be taking my laptop with me, and we'll be carrying on. And hopefully by then we'll have Dr. Farhat will be joining us, because her timings in Ramadan is a bit difficult, so she cannot join us. So hopefully she'll be joining us. Okay, so now we're at verse number 20. Verse number 20, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi shahri sadri wa yassir amri wa hulul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Sorry. My stuttering sometimes gets ridiculous. So anyway. So balil ladina kafaru fi takdhib wallahu min wara'ihim muhit. Okay, so verse number 19 and 20. Balil ladina kafaru fi takdhib wallahu min wara'ihim muhit. So yet the disbelievers remain in denial, but Allah surrounds them from behind. Okay, so this is verse 19 and 20 we'll be tackling now. Okay, but Ibn Kathir commented, yet the disbelievers remain in denial means they are in doubt, suspicion, disbelief, and rebellion. But Allah surrounds them from behind, meaning He has the power over them and is able to compel them. They cannot escape Him or evade Him. Now remember, these people, they're in disbelief and at the same time in rebellion against Allah. I mean, I just read a post on the internet now, and somebody made a comment, he's just, subhanAllah, they just and the remark that he made about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very offensive, kind of so not only are they in doubt, in suspicion and disbelief, but they are also in rebellion against the true religion of God, against the true religion of the one God, where they're worshipping man, they were worshipping monkeys, they're worshipping dogs, they're worshipping whatever else, they're worshipping. That for them is okay, but the worship of the one God, they cannot handle that. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ had problem with his message, because they said to him, but I have no problem with you. You're what's the name? The trustworthy. We know that you're the trustworthy. But when he stood up and told them about the deen, they didn't want to know. They didn't accept that. So we can see how, like, they're in rebellion. Okay. And because Allah surrounds them from behind, they're going to escape him or evade him. As-Sadi says they continue in their denial and stubbornness, and signs do not benefit them. Lessons and admonitions are useless. He surrounds them with his knowledge and power. This contains a severe warning to the disbelievers about the punishment of those who are already in his grasp. Now, there's a lot of people, like, who haven't had Islam taught to them, or they don't know the true Islam or whatever, So these people will be forgiven. They'll be forgiven on the day of Yom Qiyamah. A test will be given to them or whatever. But I keep reminding those who know about Islam, who know about Allah, and they mock the deen. They mock the deen. So when they mock the deen now, this is proof that they do know about Islam, and they do know about the deen, and it is a severe warning to the disbelievers about the punishment, because you can't say you didn't know Allah, you didn't know the deen or whatever. You knew the deen, and you mocked, and you went and then picked verses and half verses, and then fabricated hadith to kind of mock Islam. So now Allah's warning, this contains a severe warning for the disbelievers, and about the punishment for those who are already in his grasp. He knows it. He knows them already. They know him already. They're already in his grasp. They can't say they didn't know Allah. Yeah? In spite of signs, people remain in denial because they do not want to accept the consequences of truth. Now, when we talk of signs, the disbelievers, they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to perform a miracle, of course, in the in the name of Allah, and Allah split the moon, giving the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the authority, obviously, to do it. And in front of them, the moon was split, and yet they didn't accept it. They said that was magic, some sort of excuse they made or whatever. So they're in denial because they don't want to accept the truth. The miracle was made in front of their own eyes. They asked for a miracle. Miracle was given, yet they say no, it's magic. See, so we can see they're in denial. For example, AIDS began in the homosexual community, but was denied until it spread among the promiscuous heterosexuals. Again, people remained in denial until it spread among the general population through blood transfusion. The case of disbelievers and the reality of their state is that they remain in the state of denial, but Allah surrounds them from behind. So no matter how much they're going to remain in the state of denial, Allah surrounds them from behind. Now, I've told many Christians who I discuss with, being a da'i, that I'd love to be a fly on the wall at the time when Malkal Maut is coming to take their life. I'd love to see that. I'd like to see the suffering that they're going through because of the mischief that they've caused, because of their rebellion that they've caused, Because when they discuss with us on social media or whatever, they think they have the upper hand. They have the upper, their book is true for what they don't know their own religion, kind of thing, and we have to remind them, and they come with such an arrogance or whatever. So usually I tell them that, that the time when your life is being taken, because Allah has promised us that, a believer, when his life is being taken, it will be like a pinprick. If he's a believer, a proper practicing Muslim, it's going to be like a pinprick. Whereas if he's a disbeliever, there's a hadith that mentioned it's like taking the inside of a wet tire, bicycle tire. The inside of it, the tire itself. You take it and you wet it, and you wrap it around a tree and you pull it. Yeah, pull kind of thing. This is how their ruh is going to be taken from them. So I often tell them I'd love to be there to see that. I wish I could be, of course, it's not gonna happen, but I wish that I could be there to see that, because of their arrogance and everything. So it says, but while they are ignorant about what surrounds them of Allah's irresistible power and knowledge, they are weaker than a rat cornered in a huge flood. Okay, now we move to 21-22. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. بل هو قرآن المجيد في لوح محفوظ. بل هو قرآن المجيد في لوح محفوظ. Now, talking of the Lawh Mahfuz, let me give you the translation of this verse. Indeed, the glorious Quran inscribed in a secured book. Now, the non-Muslims often tell us that, Quran is copied. We copied from there, copied from here, or whatever, without realizing that Quran was already written the time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the pen. Certain scholars believe that the pen was the first thing to be created, and others say no, it's the arsh that was first to be created. But whichever way, whichever was the first one to be created, the pen was given the responsibility to write everything from the beginning to the end, beginning of this world and the end, and that was written on the Lawh Mahfuz. And every day the malaika, they take from Allah, they take what is from there, what is going to happen every day. They take from it, a child's going to be born, somebody's going to die or whatever. They take from that every day. And this is why when you make dua, to Allah, dua can change qadr. Dua can change qadr because of the fact that, daily they are taking it. Although it's written on the scroll, Allah can change it. Allah can change it for you. So this is why it's important that to make dua. Dua is called the weapon of the believers. The weapon of the believers. So always engage yourself in dua. And Allah answers duas in certain times and certain places or whatever. So anyway, let's carry on. Ibn Kathir commented, glorious Quran, meaning that it is magnificent and noble. In a secured book means that it is among the host on high, guarded from increase, decrease, distortion, and change. Al-Sadi added, Majid means having vast and magnificent meanings and full of goodness and knowledge. And secured means protected from change, increase, decrease, guarded from the devils. It is the Lawh Mahfuz, in which Allah has recorded everything, and this indicates that the majesty of the Quran, its eloquence, loftiness, and rank in the sight of Allah the Almighty. Now, we know that the Quran has got a rank much higher than the man-made written books that the other religions believe in. Now we have Ibn Jawzi. There's a difference between Ibn Jawzi and Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. These are two different shuyukh. They are both of them are very powerful, very strong shuyukh. And this is Ibn Jawzi. Ibn Jawzi commented, indeed the glorious Quran, meaning noble because of the word of Allah and not poetry, incantations, and magic as they claim. In secured book refers to the protected tablet, Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz, from which the Quran and other scriptures are transcribed. Thus, it is guarded with Allah, secured from the devils, and from interpolation and deletion. Okay, and the title Protected Tablet implies that Allah's message is eternal. It is also called the mother of the book, which is verse 3, chapter 7, and it contains the destiny of all things according to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's statement by Ubadah ibn Samit. It says the first thing that Allah created was writing instrument. Then He told it to write. When it asked him, what should I write? He said, to write what is decreed. So so it wrote what has taken place and what will take place until in eternity. So remember, he wrote what is decreed, Allah's decree. Yeah? And Allah says in the Quran, that which Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has decreed, who are you to have an opinion? So if you watch my polygyny series, you will see that, like I mentioned that a lot of times in there, that polygyny has been decreed by Allah. The decision has been taken by Allah and His Prophet. Who are we to have a decision in not liking it and thinking that is wrong, whatever? Just passing, I just mentioned that. So the decree, He told the Quran, He told the pen to write the decree, which has been written 50,000 years before the creation of the earth and the heavens. Humans are unable to understand the true nature of the protected tablet because it is among the unseen matters known to Allah alone. They are only able to benefit from the shadow cast by its expressions and the inspiration it leaves in the hearts. That this Quran is secured and fixed, and its statement are the final reference to all matters. All other statements come and go, while its statements are protected and eternal. Consequently, the Quranic description of the events of the trench and its hidden realities is the final word on the matter. Okay, Abu Bakr al-Jazari, who was a very good sheikh who was working, I think he's passed away now. May Allah have mercy on his soul. I've got his book, Manhaj al-Muslim, which is a very good book. If that's the sheikh that Dr. Bilal is mentioning here. Yeah, he was teaching in Medina University. Abu Bakr al-Jazari mentions 5 points of guidance to be gained from these remaining verses. Number 1, warning the oppressors of a torment as punishment in this life and the hereafter. Okay. Number 2, indeed, Almighty Allah, due to His kindness, loves His allies among His slaves. Number 3, the benefit of stories is their lessons, which act as an admonishment to the slave. So he will not leave any obligatory duties or engage in the forbidden. It's very important. Yeah, these lessons here are very important because, it strengthens the iman of the reader, of the follower of the deen. Number 4, explanation of Allah's surroundings and of His slaves, and that they are in His grasp, under His authority. So no matter where you are, you cannot escape from the grasp of Allah. Number 5, the nobility of the Quran and affirmation of the protected tablet and its importance. Okay, so now we move to. That's it. The end of the book. Yeah. So as we can see, we finished. I said last week. I didn't know if we were near the end of the book anyway. But I mentioned last week that we were coming near to it anyway, and that we were going to be finishing it. So here we go. The Tafsir of Juz. Tafsir of Surat Buruj, written by Dr. Bilal Phillips. And if you don't have it, I'll request that you get it. I'm going to share it with you again one more time, so you can have a look at Right, 1 second. I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share screen. Okay, share screen. Okay. Okay, this. Oops, where is it? At this stage. Yeah, this. Yeah. So this is the book. Okay. Tafsir chapter 85, commentary on Surah Al-Buruj, and by Dr. Abu Amina Bilal Phillips. Please, if you can get this book, it's a beautiful book. As you can see, we've gone through it, and you can see the amount of knowledge that you can acquire. It took me 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks basically, because this is half a lesson. Yeah, through Ramadan to go through this. Through this book, yeah. So inshallah, maybe we'll finish them. If there is anybody who is online who would like to, ask any questions, maybe, or like join and then give me salam or whatever, you're more than welcome. So like I'm here, and like we've been going through this now. Dr. Farhat is not available because of timing, but I'll keep I'll keep it open for a while if there's anybody who'd like to come on, whoever is watching, and I hope you benefited from this. Yeah, because I have benefited a lot, especially during the month of Ramadan. I remember when the Imam on Laylatul Qadr, when he was doing the Khatmul Quran, when he was going through what's the name now, through Juz Amma, and I was stood there in Salah kind of thing in Qiyam al-Layl, and I was thinking, Subhanallah, we're doing the actual tafsir of Juz Amma, and like some of the things are coming back to me, some of the things that we've done, some of the things that we haven't done yet. So I was thinking like okay, we got this surah to go, we got that surah to go, or whatever, and this surah specifically because I took on the responsibility of sharing this with you. Yeah, so I benefited a lot from it, and like I said, if there is anybody who is online who'd like to come and give a salam, I'll just just give a few minutes. Otherwise, like I will. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just leave it. Is that a guest who's trying to come on or something? Okay. So anyway, I'll just put this in the comments. If you want to join. Okay, you can just join me for a little while, whoever's online and whoever will be watching as well. And like I said, I hope you benefit from this, because I definitely have benefited. And this is the whole point. This is the whole point of doing these lectures, that you can benefit from it. And this whole book is a beautiful book anyway. And, I've enjoyed it. And I've, anyway, so I suppose I'll just wish you a happy Ramadan and Ramadan Mubarak, and I'll see you next week, inshallah. Inshallah. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ashabi ajma'in برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I will see you next week, and have a nice Eid. Yeah, we have 10 days holiday here, and I was thinking of traveling, but I'm not too sure whether I'll be traveling. But whichever, I'll see you next week, inshallah. And hopefully we'll have Dr. Farhat back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum.